Hello. Hi. Hi, friends. It is I, Anna, Skeinylegend podcast. Oh my god. Coming at you with real mic, kind of. Headphones mic. Hopefully this is okay. I'm already dreading the sound quality. Hi. I am here chatting. We are in Oaxaca City now, which has been lovely so far. We've only been here a couple days. We were in Puerto Escondido. Very nice. Beaches. Beautiful, sunny, hot. I did burn my nose. It's lightly flaking, but whatever. We are now in Oaxaca City, and it is like 30 to 35 degrees and there's no AC. So I will only be taking comments about how I'm beautiful, lovely, glowing in this video, and it is not just like a thick layer of sweat. Plus, instead of being an aesthetic YouTuber like everyone with their cute coffees, I have an off-brand purple Gatorade. Nice. Anyway, we're in Oaxaca City. There's no AC. It's siesta time, so as per usual, Eric is napping while I'm recording, and I have my broken ass headphones that this like earbud doesn't even work, but I'm like pretty sure the mic works, and I'm hoping that helps because obviously all the windows are open, because somehow it's hotter inside than it is outside, but there's like street noise and shit. Okay, we're doing what we can, Skeinylegend on the road. So, there we go. Fun today, wearing this fun shirt with the fun naked people on it that I got in Australia. It has been too hot to wear like 97% of the knits I brought. I've been wearing my like summer secret crop all the time, but I think I wore that in my last video. And then I wore my like dreaded Yoko top, if you know, the other day to my birthday dinner. Cute, but it's like very booby, which I like in real life, but I wasn't sure if that was the vibe for YouTube. I don't know. What's the logic? There is none. What else has been going on? Like, I hope this isn't your first video with me. When there's a first video with someone and I'm watching their podcast, I always skip through all their personal shit at the beginning because I don't know them, I don't care about them. So hopefully this isn't your first video with me because I'm gonna talk a bunch. I have a fucking cyst, I think, in my finger. Like, there's a lump here. No one tell me it's from knitting. I'm not willing to hear that this is from knitting. And yes, I should go to the doctor because, like, it hurts when I grab things. Like, if this was a twist off and I had to like twist it off with this hand, I wouldn't be able to. It's like so weird and I hate it so much. Originally I wasn't gonna Google it because I was scared it was gonna be something like quite bad, and I was gonna say just tell me if it's fine, but I ended up Googling it and it is like a ganglion cyst or something. What a disgusting word, ganglion. Who the fuck named that? Not me. But that's what's new with me and my fucking finger cyst. That's like, oh, when I like close doorknobs and stuff, I can feel it and it hurts. So, anyone know how to say ganglion cyst in Spanish? Because I definitely don't. But my Spanish is coming along. I can understand it pretty well because it's so similar to French. But, like, me trying to speak it myself is very difficult. I can like normally muddle my way through getting coffee and asking help finding something, which honestly is not that bad, right? But we're here to talk about knitting. Spoiler alert for this whole video, I hate everything I'm knitting. Maybe it's a summer knits thing. Does anyone actually enjoy knitting summer knits? Like, I don't think so. But I'll tell you now, like, I forgot something too. I see it over there. I'll get it when it's time. I forgot 2 things. Whatever. I'm gonna get them. BRB. Hi. Okay. First things first. Love-hate with this one. be so annoying with the cord, oh my god. But I finished my Bifurca vest. And maybe you will immediately notice that it is a completely different color. Why? Because I blocked it and this thing bled like a motherfucker. Let's do a thumbnail. Are you ready? Let's do a thumbnail. Yay, I love knitting. I love knitting so much. Right? Is bled. So remember when I, like a psychopath, decided to dye my yarn in my Airbnb with coffee so I liked the color more? That was fucking big old waste of time. Because now the contrast color is pink. Can you say that? Probably not. Anyway, it's pink now. And not an even pink either, a blotchy pink. Admittedly, I still think it looks fine, but like obviously I didn't want it to be pink. I wanted it to be like cream colored. So what do I have to say about this? I actually do think it looks really good on. It's like very cute, and I would happily knit another one, honestly. And after blocking the color work, I actually did even out quite nicely. So that's good. My issues are, one, like the twisting of the stitches. I can never hold it up very good. But the whole thing is slanted, and the blocking helped, but not that much. So when it hangs on the body, it is kind of slanted. A. B. Oh my god, so much happened with this. Holy shit. Who remembers this? I don't know. But remember when I was like, oh, I cast on the size larger for these underarm panels because it was knitting up a bit small? That was stupid. I ended up having to rip it all out because they were like weird and gapey in the armpit. So I ended up having to frog all the ribbing I had done and then frog these panels, go back, knit them to like the size that I was supposed to for the size I was knitting, and then re-knit the ribbing. I also basically ran out of yarn, so all the ribbing, I don't know if you can tell, but you can kind of see it see-through, right? Yeah. So all this ribbing here and on the side holes are actually done with just one strand because I held this red double. So that was annoying because I frogged it. It was all held double. And then I had to, pull it all apart and rewind them. 1 second, wiping the sweat from my face break. Sorry, the beautiful natural glow off of my face. Make sure nose ring's in place. Okay. Anyway, so this part is kind of see-through, which you can see there, but like that's fine. It is still a bit cropped, obviously. I haven't woven in this last end because I think I was thinking about undoing it and redoing it. Oh yes, because actually the ribbing like flares away from the body a bit, so I was thinking about undoing the ribbing again and knitting it tighter, but I actually think that it's fine. Obviously if I knit it tighter I could probably get a little bit more length out of it, which would be nice, but honestly unnecessary. Like I'll normally probably wear it with this skirt or like a high-waisted something. So there's that. And then here's the kicker. I haven't worn this yet. Because the first time I blocked it, we were in Puerto Escondido, which is like a beach town, and the humidity was like 70 or 80% or something. So it took about 3 or 4 days to dry. And by the time it dried, it smelled musty. Like it smelled like a nasty used like dish towel. Like I can't wear that. And so I was reluctant to do it again there, obviously because it's so humid. So when we got here, one of the first things I did was I re-washed it with soap and all this shit, and now it smells fine. Just smells like nothing, so that's good, but it's itchy. Okay, it's not crazy itchy because I knit this is ramie and cotton. The pink is cotton and the red is I think 100% ramie. It might be a ramie linen blend actually. I think it's linen and ramie, which should soften over time, but the time hasn't happened yet, so it's not soft yet. So I think I'd have to wear a bra with it. It's a little like rough on the boobage. Sorry, haven't worn it yet. Would have to wear a bra with it. So this might have to wait until we're in a bit of a cooler climate because I don't think I can handle that here. But it does look really good, doesn't it? Let's do one more little like it looks good. And it looks good on. Maybe I'll insert a photo. But I kind of want another one. I would do the whole thing, if I was going to do another summer version, I'd do the whole thing in a cotton. I don't know what I would do. What am I saying? Here, when it's folded, you can kind of see. Do you see how, like, maybe you can't see. I see it in real life, so maybe I'm just, like, psychotic. But I don't know if you can see how, like, slanted all this ribbing is. But it's slanted, okay? So the whole thing is kind of, like, just doesn't lie nicely. And then also technically on the front, I'm just gonna keep complaining. On the front, where is it? Can I find it? I've been blocking it, but like there's a little increase in the corner here, and like it just doesn't lie flat, and like puckers funny every time I wear it, and all I do is kind of sit here and like go like this all the time to try and like urge that weird little increase to lie flat. But yeah, so that's the bifurca vest. Does anyone watch BookTube or like Book Talk? I always find they like why do I say these things? Whatever. I always find that they, you know, give the whole spiel about the book, and then at the end they're like, so that was the bifurca vest, and like this strange cadence and like volume. So maybe I'll do that for all my projects now. Might cut out all of my stupid drinking from my silly little water bottle. Okay, next we'll discuss something that has brought me some joy, and that is baby knits. I am baby knit crazy. I'm not baby crazy. Baby fever. I don't have baby fever. I have baby knits fever because I fucking love doing baby knits. I have no interest at this time to be making a baby, but the knits, and a lot of my friends, or like Eric's friend, people I know, are like expecting this like summer kind of, and so I'm just using that as a great opportunity to make some really cute baby knits. And baby knits are great in acrylic and cotton because they can be machine washed, and that is the only yarn I can find in Mexico is acrylic and cotton. So cotton, okay, even though I hate knitting with it. You know, I could knit some things for myself, and I have located a yarn store that I need to check out here, so I will update you guys on how that goes. But acrylic, not for me personally, but I think great for babies. So I have knit this guy up. It's not quite done, but it's like the knitting's done, and like you can't tell me that's not so fucking cute. Like, look at it. So this is like a modified seaside set / flax DK, although I think the yarn I ended up using was more of a worsted, but basically I just liked the vibe of the seaside set, but it wasn't gonna fit the yarn size that I have, and then like, I don't know, petite knit. I dropped a stitch. Oh my god, look what I just found. Can you see it? Wow. Okay, I'm gonna have to deal with that. I'll just pull one of these guys off, and that's so embarrassing. Oh my god, you guys. Okay, other than that, but here, I'll do this other guy too here. So it has this cute little, like, you know, I think that makes it easier to get probably on the baby's head. And then I have done buttonholes, but we'll discuss. And then basically I just copied the striping of the seaside set, and I just kind of used the stitch counts of a flax. Obviously didn't do the arm detail, but really you just, you know, knit back and forth raglan increases until you get here, and then, you know, hold them double and do that. But what I'm thinking about doing is like knitting and green on Instagram. I'm obsessed with them. Everything they knit is green, but they knit a gorgeous cardigan and then knit an insane amount of I-cord and then knotted their own frog, like Chinese frog closures for the cardigan, and it is stunning. Let me see if I find a photo. And I am toying with the idea of doing that, so I'm kind of like fiddling around with the yarn that I have and trying to kind of like tie some little frog closures for this. I feel like it'll be fine because I could just sew them right on top of the buttonholes, and if it doesn't work out, then I'm imagining that I'll just find some cute little red buttons. I think I have 3 little buttons. Anyways, I just think it's so cute, like baby knits. I feel like I had to frog a bunch of, it was too big, so I had to like frog most of the body, and like who cares, it took like a day, not even like an episode or 2 of TV to do the whole body, so I just frogged it and redid it, and it's like really no big deal. So that is the beginning, and then obviously this just didn't use that much of the red, so I decided with my leftovers that I would cast on a little pair of baby pants. These are a free pattern by Barocco, and they're basically like a baby hammer pant, and they have a little like folded over waistband like this. So I cast on and knit a couple rows with the cream color, and then did an all pearl row because I knew it would be flipped over, so that way I get a nice smooth color transition in the ribbing. And then now I'm just working on the little baby pants. I don't think I'll have enough yarn, but we'll see. I'm no longer in the city in which I purchased this yarn, so what will I do when I run out? Not sure, but I do think I was like kind of close to the amount that I was supposed to have, so we'll see. Also, my gauge is way off, so I'm like not even knitting the smallest size. I'm knitting like a 2/3 size. I like did the math, for my gauge and whatever. They're going, it's like the perfect right now TV knit because it's just stuck knit in the round. There is some like back shaping to bring the back up, I assume to fit a diaper, and then they're like a wider, you split for the legs, and then do a little cuff at the end. So this I'm sure will be done hopefully soonish for the next time, and oh god, I just think there'll be like a cute little set, right? Cute set. My brain just short-circuited for a second. But when we're speaking of baby knits, my cousins are having a baby, and they are ex-flower farmers, and I really desperately want to knit the tulip sweater kids for their kid by, I don't want to say Hip Knit Shop, is that correct? I don't know. Whatever, I'll say what it is. Now, I also love like the adult patterns of these, but they are not size inclusive. So it's like, I don't know. This is my internal debate. It's like, obviously, if I buy the pattern, I'd be supporting the designer. It's not size inclusive, but like, it's a kid's pattern. Also, I don't necessarily love the construction of it. It's like a drop shoulder. It might even be a saddle shoulder construction. So I might just steal the like charting and put it on a fucking flax. I was like, that's fine. And then also, it's hard because I wouldn't care for me, but like I don't actually know the gender of this child. If it's a boy, do they want to put their boy in a tulip sweater I don't know. Like, wouldn't care. But if I did maybe more of a, like, primary colors vibe of it, I feel like could lean, I need a pillow, this wall is so uncomfortable. It could lean, like, more genderless. But, I don't know. That kind of stuff's tough, right? I don't know them very well. They're like second cousins. My sister knows them better. I just want to knit baby knits, so I'm like, any excuse of someone who's like tangentially in my life, I'm like, you want a sweater? Because baby knit fever, you know? I'm losing it. I think I'm melting, and my brain is melting and coming out of my pores. What other baby knits did I have that I wanted to do? The same designer does like a lemon and a strawberry sweater. Would love to knit those for a child. And then our friends in Australia, who we went to their wedding last year, Skeinylegend on Tour Australia edition, they're expecting a baby. And they could get something cute out of like a cotton. They're in Melbourne. It does get actually like decently cold, but then I have to mail something to Australia. Tough. But I feel like they need a baby sweater. How cute would that be? So lots of things on the mind. If you have any baby knits that you particularly love, let me know. I will definitely check them out because I'm obsessed. And really, I honestly think all of petite knits, baby knits are so cute, so might have to do a couple of those too. We'll see. But next, I'll do a finished object. And this one is both amazing and not the best. This is my mini mock neck. My mini mock neck, except for I made it a crew neck because I tried it on as a crew neck and I was like, I like this and I don't think I want a mock neck, so I didn't do it. Now, I busted this guy out of one skein of yarn. I used up every single little scrap. I think I have a photo of how much I had left, which is like really literally nothing. And this was lovingly gifted to me from Melissa Wild Nature Knits. And I like have been carting around the fucking yarn tag for this, and I didn't bring it over here, and it's in the room where Eric is sleeping. But it is 80% wool, 20% rammy, 20% silk maybe, and it's itchy. It's actually so itchy, like I can't wear it without a bra. I did one day, and like doesn't help that I'm sweaty, so maybe it'll be less itchy in like a less sweaty climate, but for now, like it's so itchy I can't wear it without a bra. I can hardly wear it in general. I've worn it once. It looks really cute. It's by Jessie May. It was part of a Make Along Not Make Along hosted by Sierra and of the Hooligan Knitter and Alexa of Hey Alex Knit. Or knits, I'm not sure if there's an S there, sorry Alexa, but they hosted a very lovely fake knit along, which is still going if you want to join. People are just starting now even, and I knit it in like a week, and it's a great pattern. It fits very well. It's very, like, I hesitate to use the word, but flattering, I'd say. I like the proportions of it a lot. And I didn't mess with this one at all. Like, I actually hit gauge pretty much exactly and did everything Jessie told me to do. I think I technically actually did knit the body the length it's supposed to be. And I don't know, I have nothing else really to say about her other than the fact that I can't wear it because it's itchy. I'm hoping it'll soften over time, or else I'm gonna have to wear it over things. Oof, that's so depressing. So I am lightly considering knitting another one, maybe in a cotton, if I can find like a cute cotton. If I can find a cute cotton, then I will knit it out of a cute cotton, because I do really like the pattern. Oh, also, let's discuss. So, I don't know about you guys, but do you ever find that your ribbing looks way better on the, like, wrong side than it does on the right side? Because I do. And so for this one, I actually, when I got to the ribbing on the neck hole and on the body, I blocked this, like, really haphazardly, so, like, the hem is totally wonky. But I actually did a short row and knit the ribbing inside out. So now that I look at it, now that I've done that and I look at it, I am not convinced that it's better. Actually, I think it is. Let's see what we think. So here is the wrong side, aka the side you would normally have. Oh my god, stop focusing on me, you piece of shit. Okay, here's the wrong side, the side you would normally have facing out, and then here is the wrong side, aka, you know, the side I have facing. I actually do think it looks better. Like, to me, the knit columns are tighter. I don't know why that is, but the knit columns that I actually knit, I find to splay out more, and the knit columns that I, like, purled, technically, I find to be a little tighter. So I would do that again, actually. Now that I look at it and I've, like, thought about it objectively, I do think I would, like, obviously it wasn't hard. You do, like, a single German short row. Basically, you just do one German turn, whatever you call it, and then you just knit the whole thing inside out. And that's super cool and chill, I think. What's going on there? I had some bad tension right there. What the fuck? Weird. And yeah, I did the same thing on the neckline. I've also been doing this new bind off. It's, like, outrageously stretchy, but I do think it looks, like, a little bit messy. So I actually haven't woven in the tail for my bind off because I was considering undoing it, but the longer time goes on, the less I have any inclination to unpick and redo this bind off. That seems slightly psychotic. Ever so slightly psychotic. So yeah, maybe I'll knit another one. I also still have that bamboo yarn that I brought with me. But if I'm gonna do another one, I want to do one in a really fun color. Everyone else is doing theirs in really fun colors, and mine, the speckles actually turned out quite cute, but, like, this is a basic, and I feel like I should have done it in a fun color. I'm not a FOMO about the fun colors, okay? Obviously my knitting is up to me, and the things I knit with are up to me, so, like, this is a psychotic thing for me to say. If it was up to me, I would knit in more fun colors. What I mean is that normally I, like, thrift, not normally, but a lot of the times I'll thrift my yarn, and you can only find so many fun colors in thrifted sweaters. So, like, you know, the last couple, like, sweaters quantities amount of yarn that I've done have been, like, a super dark green, basically black, and, like, a pale icy blue, which at least are colors, but they're not fun colors, you know? I've been getting heartburn. Maybe I don't talk to enough people that aren't Eric, but, like, I'm just spouting the most random shit today. But, like, all day today I've been having heartburn, and I'm like, I'm a 29-year-old lady, why the fuck do I have heartburn? After I got COVID the first time, I've had it twice. After I got COVID the first time, I actually had terrible heartburn for, like, 3 months afterwards, where every time I ate anything I had to take a Tums. And for some reason today, I just feel like I'm having a heart attack. Heartburn is so uncomfortable. And then obviously I want to lie down, but I feel like you're not supposed to lie down. Whatever. If you see me, like, clutching my chest and, like, staring into space, it's because I am having debilitating heartburn. Entering my 30th year has been very difficult, guys. Okay, next thing that's kind of just, like, an adjacent thing is this guy, which is holding my sock whip, which we're not going to talk about it because I've done maybe 4 rows on it since we last discussed. still here, basically just waiting for a tow, but I have felt no joy from knitting on it recently, so I just haven't been. But what I did do was hand sew a project bag for it, which is so outlandish. But I hand sewed this, so we're not going to bring it too close to the camera because niche reference, but like maybe not that niche. I am no Bernadette Banner, so my hand sewing is not like immaculate, beautiful, tiny little mouse stitches. It is, I don't have access to a sewing machine, and I wanted to try doing this, so I did it, but after I got about 10% of the way through, I hated hand stitching, but was committed. Size and look of stitches. So this is going to be seen from afar. I am very happy with it. I found this like fabric when we were in Puerto Escondido. We were really close to like a bunch of fabric stores, and they had this in like a bargain bin, and it was 10 pesos. So I was like, okay, and I have enough for a second bag, which I would also have to hand stitch. We'll see if I can work up the energy to do that or not. But I found this cute little like tutorial online to do this super simple little bento style bag, and it's just a rectangle that you hem all the sides. If you had a sewing machine, it'd be so easy, actually. Like, I would, once I have access to a sewing machine again, I'm gonna like make a whole bunch of these because they're so easy. But you basically just like hem a rectangle and then like sew a couple sides together, and then you have this fun little bag, and then you just tie it at the top. And then it's been holding my sock whip, because in my mind the reason I wasn't doing my sock whip is because I hated taking it to go, because every time I threw it in my bag just raw, and like all the stitches would fall off because I've misplaced I had needle stoppers and I don't know where they are now. And then they also has my cute little like knife girl knife that has my name on it, cute, that my friend Thea got me from Banff. Thanks, Thea. You don't watch this podcast because I blocked everyone I know in real life from viewing my stories and only post about my podcast on my stories, so no one I know in real life could possibly know that I have a podcast. But I mostly use this for little scissors. And the nail file is kind of handy because if I get a like hangnail, A, it's so annoying when it catches in yarn, and B, like I know I want to bite it off instantly, and I try not to do that, and so I have to file it. Once again, we're going on tangents, but I'm a total nail biter and like cuticle biter and all this stuff. I can't help it. And I once got my nails done in Vietnam, and I go and she's like, "Oh, do you bite your nails?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And she's like, "Ew, that is so nasty and dirty." But she said it in like a really nice, she's like, "Ew, that's so dirty." And I'm like, yeah, it is. It's not something I like that I do. But I couldn't even, like, she just said it in such a nice tone, I couldn't, like, do anything about it. I was like, yeah, it is. I'll try and stop. My God, why do you watch this? Jesus Christ, okay. We're moving on to my last whip, okay? That's my Moon Crush, which we also are having big issues with. Okay? I am on the first panel, and I finished one shoulder, and now I'm just on the second shoulder, but here she is. And she's, like, very short. So, if I rearrange slightly here, I were to hold this up. Sorry, the mic thing is so annoying now. I hold this up to my shoulder seam, like, with my poor posture, my boob is here, and the hem is there. Sorry, the whole thing might have to be frogged, but the main issue is with this, like, teal color. I was playing extreme yarn chicken, so I still have to do the shoulder, and this is how much I have left. Why did I do this? I don't know. So realistically, if I frogged the whole thing, I think I'd only be able to get out of this maybe like 4 rows. So I don't really know what to do about that. But the entire is looking really good. Like the back looks good. Look at that. My thoughts are, right now at least, that because this is the problem color, I have tons of this red left. Maybe I could move this whole dot over and make this skinnier. So that could help. I already screwed up and this purple section is larger than it should be. Only by a couple stitches, but I do find in general that it's a bit better when you have this side more open when it's not stockinette, right? But I do find the purple kind of dominates the whole thing. I don't really like that, you know? It's kind of just purple. I also hate that, so I'm using some leftover True Boo for the purple, and it looks so good. And then I'm using this Trailhead Yarns cotton nylon blend for the rest of it and for the whole other side, and it just doesn't look as nice. So I don't know. I've really enjoyed knitting it. I've like really enjoyed knitting it. The entire is pretty easy. I will say I have been putting little elastic bands. Can you see it? Can you see it? There on my balls of yarn, and that is critical to me not losing my mind, especially when there's 3 balls on this, and them being a tangled mess. At least they don't unroll, so I can really easily untangle them when they have the little elastic bands on them. That to me has been key, like key. But yeah, I'm knitting, kind of doing a mini knit along with Martina from Sleepy Knitting on this, so I'll probably just ask Martina what to do and just do whatever she tells me to do. But it's like outlandishly short. Also, my row gauge is off. Like, this is supposed to be 6 inches. There's no way it's 6 inches. I don't have my ruler here. But I think it's closer to 4.5, maybe. Like, I think, like, stretched to the quads, maybe it would be 6 inches. But it's short. Good golly, is it ever short. So this whole thing might be fraud, because if I have to lengthen, it's so annoying. I hate things that are knit bottom up. That should be illegal. Like, stop knitting things bottom up. I don't get it. Why? Why do you need to do that? Tell me. Tell me why things need to be knit bottom up. Right? Because if it was knit top down, then I could have knit until my little aqua ran out. But now I'm going to have this little leftover ball that could have been put into the body. So why? But if I were to knit bottom, I would have to frog to here, to the hem, basically, if I were to knit. If I were to lengthen the body length. So that's kind of so annoying. So this might go into like a neglect pile for a bit until I can decide what to do and or figure out how to salvage it and or buy different yarn and just do it again in different colors. Because then I actually think these are knit on the same needle size. I was thinking I could also just use these colors as like a stripy mini mock neck instead, but I wanted a moon crush, so I'm like kind of annoyed. So that's where I'm at right now. Nothing's going very well. And I have no AC. But other than that, having a really amazing fun time in Mexico. I can't tell. I feel like I'm in this homeostasis of like I walk around a lot, but I also like stuff my face 24/7. So like that's cool. So far they've been like balancing each other out, and I still fit into my pants, so that's good. yeah, I'm excited to go to that yarn store, though every time I get myself excited about a yarn store, I'm always disappointed. Like, I guess, why would Mexicans hand knit socks? Like, it's not cold here. But I want some sock yarn. Does no one here knit socks? I don't think they do. So, yeah. But, call to action, what did I ask you? Oh yeah, tell me about your baby knits. Tell me what to do about my moon crush. Tell me that my little finger cyst is gonna be okay. Even though I think I need to go get it, like, medically expressed. Ew. And tell me what you're knitting on, and I don't know. And subscribe and follow me on Instagram, blah blah blah. Okay. Goodbye. Hopefully next time I talk to you, I will not be sweaty and upset. But realistically, I'll be at least one of the two.